My sister came upstairs and said, the meeting with Polight wants to speak to you. The conversation was about that we were supposed to be having was about the bills of the house, and that the bills needed to be paid. And you're not going to sit here and continue to squat, you know what I'm saying, when bills are literally piling up in my name. Now, my brother, you know, he's a very devoted Muslim. You know, we born and raised Muslim. He said, I'm going to go downstairs and see what he wants. You know, so that was originally the conversation that we were supposed to be having. It never happened. Instead, all I heard was shots.
One of the brothers got shot in his head.
My brother got shot twice in the head. Yes, my brother got shot in the head twice. It dismembered his ear and dismembered certain parts. I don't like to even think about it, because I was the person that pulled him inside of the house. And I watched my brother bleed all over the floor.
And because I called for the meeting to have with the brother, and he got shot very shortly after the meeting. Of course, I was blamed for the shooting.
It was him and his friend Water and some other guy named Hernandez. You know, it was some Puerto Rican dude that was with him, another really dark-skinned brother. I don't know these people, you know, offhand, but when I see their face, I know all these people's faces for sure. They were the only ones that had guns that obviously shot my brother inside of the bookstore. As soon as I heard the shot, my first instinct was to run downstairs. I don't know why that was my first instinct, but my first instinct was to run downstairs. I ran downstairs and opened the door to the bookstore and seen Polight standing right there, him and his friend Water standing right there. I grabbed my brother because he was stumbling. I didn't realize what was really happening. He was stumbling. He stumbled on me, and when you look at the door is like the door to the actual house is like right there next to the store. So I grabbed him inside of the house. I ran upstairs to, potentially to call the cops, ambulance, all of that. And I'm looking at my window and I see Polight running across the street to one of my neighbor's house, throwing away, taking off his shirt and his hat and everything, literally throwing it in their trash.
I was locked up September 19th or something to that effect. But I wound up being released for that one, October 31st. Halloween. I didn't know I was going to be released. The brother refused to testify.
These people continued to threaten my life pretty much the whole time, even after him being incarcerated for the short period of time for the attempt murder.
I was locked up for dismemberment, then they changed it to attempted murder. But needless to say, they tried to subpoena a lot of people. A lot of people wouldn't tell or speak on the event. And I just think it's a blessing because, I'd say for the record, I'm innocent. You know what I'm saying?
The only reason it was dropped was because I was continuously being harassed by the entire organization every day.
Once this situation rolled over, I really decided I had to separate myself a little more from the gangs.
At some point after his release, Brother Polight would meet Dr. Sebi in person for the first time. By this time, he had been following him for years from a distance. But now he was finally able to thank him face to face for his herbal regimen that he claimed healed the gangrene in his foot. Over the next year or so, the two of them would become good friends, and Dr. Sebi would eventually loan him $15,000 to start a vegan restaurant.
He helped me get my restaurant in Bushwick, Brooklyn. It was called Our Line of Alkaline. And so at the Our Line of Alkaline restaurant, people was coming far and wide. He invested 15 grand in me. When he heard me articulate my healing process, he said, man, I never was he always accredits the healing to nature. He never took the credit. But he said, man, I never seen nature heal somebody who could articulate the process the way you have. Stop cutting that damn okra, shut that restaurant down and teach.
Years later, during the rise of his notoriety, Brother Polight will have the honor of introducing Dr. Sebi during his last lecture in Los Angeles.
Dr. Sebi, y'all give him one more. Thank you. Thank you. Just give it up again for Brother Polight.
Prior to shutting down the restaurant to embark on his teaching endeavors, Brother Polight had brought a new wife into the relationship, which now made wife number 3. Her name was Lorena, but she would later be known as Anuket. Anuket was a single mother of 3 kids, 2 daughters and a son. Her oldest daughter, Tazane, who would later be known as Renente, will be an interesting part of this story later on. Shortly after closing the restaurant and starting to teach, Brother Polight would also start writing books. By the time of his arrest, he had authored over 90 books, ranging from everything from healthy eating to real estate. He would later start a company named New Covenant, and this is when he would begin soliciting his followers to buy courses in which he would teach them all the tricks to purchase cheap properties with no mortgages. Although up until this point, there's no proof Brother Polight had owned any property himself, he portrayed himself as if he did, and people began buying the courses. He also charged people for status correction, which in short relates to becoming a sovereign citizen.
Please remember the time is now, and in regards to the illustrious and sovereign Nisut Amunre San Atumre, affectionately known by his peers as Brother Polight, no one has created a more effective system for our people than he has in this present day, in terms of running the application of sovereignty and real estate concurrent. While others speculate on these sciences, New Covenant is fully operational.
When you join New Covenant, number one thing that makes what we do in the status correction different is that you make money from it.
After Brother Polight saw the success of people buying whatever he was selling, he introduced a life insurance plan through New Covenant as well.
Let's talk about life insurance. I know that sounds like some white people shit, but I tell you what, I got a $180 policy that we provide in New Covenant to our members that for $180 a month, it guarantees your child at least $100,000 upon your expiration. Now, we may not care about that because, shit, I gotta do my thing for me. I'm gonna let my baby live their life and do their thing for them. But when we become more responsible, we'll understand why the white race is ahead of us, because one of the main things that takes place in the white community when their parents die is that they inherit wealth. They inherit wealth. You understand what I'm saying? So, you got a whole community of people who have no policy out, and you have another community of people taught you gotta have a policy. So when one community dies, the next generation doesn't get shit, they have to start from scratch. And when another community dies, they're inheriting 200 grand, 300 grand, 400 grand. So I'm talking about inherited wealth. And also, I'm talking about a policy so strong that you could borrow against it. You can use it to extend loans to others, bearing interest to you as a creditor, or you can use it to engage in a vehicle endeavor or even a mortgage. You can use your policy to do such a thing and still not compromise the original momentum of the policy, which is to extend something to your beneficiary after your passing.
Brother Polight's charismatic nature and unique style of delivering his message had begun catapulting him to the top ranks of the conscious community. Sonetta TV would play a major role in his early success by platforming him on his YouTube channel for debates, in which Brother Polight almost always dominated.
Name one slave master that didn't oppress us on the strength of his religion. Name me one that oppressed us without a religion. Name me one, and then tell me religion is not our biggest issue. And show me one instance where we didn't get oppressed by a slave master and take on his religion after. Show me one.
His beliefs, which fell in line with Dr. York's teachings, completely denounced modern-day religions and kept him at odds with many others in the conscious community.
How you gonna get mad at us for embracing ancient Egypt when they left documentation for the people, because they knew their children need to know that it's real, because they know the black mind. A sane black mind says, I want to see this thing to be proven fact. The ancient Egyptians know how black people think. So they said, yo, we're going to leave the records here so you can see, because I know my children do not just merely believe. I know my children as God. The number one thing that makes you God, the number one thing that punctuates your divinity is your ability to question. From your ability to question, you're able to discern and you're able to definitively conclude as to what's right or what's wrong. Now, the God of the Bible didn't feel it suffice to take pictures, didn't feel it suffice to build these edifices and leave documentation. We have to take publications manufactured by men with different versions and different translations. This is what we left with, King James versions of the Bible. We have to be left with this, but in ancient Egypt, it's right there.
At one point during his career, he would shoot up a holy Bible, which outraged many people.
Hold on, can't see the rest of the sentence. Too much fucking holes in it. Look at that shit. That's right. Now it's a holy Bible.
That's right. Clearly the Holy Bible right now.
Written across the top of the Bible, Brother Polight shot up with the letters ISUPK, which is also known as the Hebrew Israelites. Brother Polight and the Hebrew Israelites had been at odds since he first stepped onto the scene, regurgitating Dr. York's teachings. The most prominent person spearheading the ISUPK movement in New York City is Captain Dzariak.
If you can show me what is corrupt in the Bible, then I'll stop using it. The problem is, you cannot show what's corrupt in the Bible. If nigger was not in the Bible, then you would have something against me. If the Bible didn't say the Jews were black, you might have something against me. If Solomon himself, King Solomon, did not say, I am black but comely, if he did not say that, then you might be able to say something to me about saying that it's corrupt. If you can show me that our slavery is not in the Bible, then you might also have a chance. But you cannot show me that those things are not in the Bible. So when you say, why do we keep following the Bible, is because I ain't find nothing else on the planet that identifies who I am.
Besides their different outlooks on the Bible and religion, another major disagreement that Captain Dzariak had with Brother Polight was that the black woman is God. This was something Polight promoted that Captain Dzariak adamantly disagreed with.
We can give you a 10-hour lecture on this and do the debate the day after. That's right. With new content. There's no debating that the black woman is God.
The tension between Captain Dzariak and Polight would come to a head later on down the line when Polight got into a disagreement with one of the members of the Hebrew Israelites. Polight would get offended when the member called him out for following Dr. York and pointed out the fact that he was his spiritual father and a pedophile.
But he's supposed to lead black people, a man who gets this emotional, when it is a proven fact that his father is a molester.
He's doing all that.
You don't know that? He's been molested since what, the 70s, 80s? Since the 60s.
My father's a molester. Throw your hands.
Mercy.
Nah, let's just
That's
fight.
what you gotta
Let's just fight. Since
understand
my father's a
now.
molester,
That's
throw
what
your
you
hands,
gotta
nigga.
understand.
Say it again. Since
Let
my
me tell you
father's a molester,
something,
throw
bro.
your hands, nigga.
So you telling me he's not? You telling me he didn't get convicted?
My father's
And
a
now
molester.
you initially want to get carnal? Your spiritual daddy is a child molester. He raped that little boy. Because men like you and men in the conscious community, the only thing that they can do is destroy our people. You got no answers. You got no solutions. You are not a leader for no people.
It's that you a white
No
man
people.
trying to cause
That's what
confusion.
you got to grasp.
You're a white man that's going to make black men fight each other. There you go.
Let me tell you how much of
You're a
bitch
white man
Polight
that's
is.
going to cause black people to fight each other.
Let me tell you how much of a bitch Polight is. What the brother said was correct. His spiritual father, who he called, who's a fucking child. Your father is a child molester, period. And he got in his feelings. He got mad. And he thought he was going to punk Contazai. If you want to cross the rope, cross the fucking rope. That's what you do. Don't sit here and talk shit like what's going to pop up, what's going to do this. If you're going to cross the line, cross the fucking line. Otherwise, get the fuck out of here. That's what you do.
Besides his issues with the Hebrew Israelites, whispers began circling around the conscious community about Polight scamming people. Some of his followers began speaking out.
I got a settlement from a car accident. I got $22,000 from a settlement in a car accident, and I spent $5 of that $22,000 with Brother Polight and didn't get a single dime back. That's my dumb ass. That was my dumb ass fault. Just because you black don't mean you my people. I'm gonna get that out the way. And because like all black, because the people that Brother Polight is taking advantage of is people that are ignorant. I was ignorant at one particular time. I'm not ignorant no more. For those who are just innocent and just, you know, about to make that mistake, don't make that mistake.
I became a member simply by seeing the YouTube videos, hearing the podcast about the information that was being spread. So he was basically talking about helping people buy tax liens and deeds, which I've done both before in the past. And I'm thinking, hey, this is a black business. I can support that at the same time. As soon as I became a member, a brother by the name of Lawan called me up. Oh, I'm your caseworker. Hey, you ready to get your status correction started? It'd be $550. and this is going to complement your ability to purchase more real estate at a discounted rate. Cool, no problem. Send it over. After my $550 was in his hands, oh, you need to fill out this, you need to fill out that, and hey, if you ever need me, you can contact me. Along the way, I did need him. I did need to contact him. And text messages came back, oh, I'm busy, excuse after excuse after excuse. I paid $550 for a status correction that never happened. I paid $750 to attend the auction. Outside of that, I purchased a couple of books, got some books never came. Long story short, I also paid for credit repair, $450. This is over a 4 or 5 month time frame on after I paid, why I'm not getting any type of documentation, any type of response, any type of anything related to the $450 that I paid in reference to a credit repair. And it's just excuse after excuse after excuse. But I also understand that some people are going to doubt what I'm saying, what others have said, and I'll simply just ask this. Well, if you're doubting what I say, why don't you pay for your status correction and let's see what happens? Why don't you go buy a property and let's see what happens?
When you watch Polight's video, there's good information there. The problem is when it's time to do something with him that involves anything with money, getting into his program or whatever, it's always a hesitation, like, should I be doing this? There's too many unanswered questions. Nobody should be sending money because of all the unanswered questions, all the fucking accusations, all the people that said that they didn't receive their shit, all the people that saying that they got robbed of money. And it's a lot of accusations by credible people. I think he needs to come out and deal with that shit. Look, this is what happened. People didn't receive their, all right, if you did something, I made a mistake. I made a mistake in how I was running my business. I apologize. That alone will do something.
I don't feel sorry for none of y'all that get got by the conscious community. I don't feel sorry the same way I don't feel sorry for all of these people that's donating to these doggone pastors and turning around, and these pastors is living in mansions while you going back to the hood. And they not giving nothing back to the community. That's your fault. That's your fault. Y'all scamming yourselves. These people ain't scamming you. You scamming yourself. Half y'all dudes giving all this money to Polight, or y'all sisters giving all this money to Polight. I could guarantee you one half of your family members can't even come borrow $10 from you. But you're going to give a total stranger $10,000? Good for you. Remember, I said it. Good for you. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't feel sorry for nobody stupid enough to put their trust in Polight dumbass.
Polight will ultimately move his family to Florida into a beautiful house in which he claimed was mortgage free and that he only paid $4,000 for it.
I think Brother Polight is broke. He's using other people's names to buy all these hotels and all these cars. He's doing everything off everybody else's name.
Basically, we prayed for this and we got it. We're very happy. We're very grateful. We're not doing this to boast. We're doing this to show you that you too can have this.
Don't give them your money. And be careful for all these reviews. How these scammers get us with these reviews is, oh man, this is the best class ever.
You put the information in task and it's worked out for you?
Yeah, it's worked out. It's made some bread, you know what I mean? And just basically everything that you taught in your book about how to structure your family.
All right, my name is Leon, the cook. This is the property I bought at this last auction out in Adams County, Pennsylvania.
Now you know what it is to live a day in my life. All this property going all the way back for $50.
This is the best information out right now.
Dude, they don't show a piece of paper with that's signed by a judge or signed by the Better Business Bureau, whatever. If you don't see legitimately like what's going on paper, stop believing that somebody made $1 million or maybe $100,000 off X, Y, and Z. Anybody can say that. Anybody can write a review and say this thing helped me and I suggest it.
Despite the numerous amount of people that were trying to bring awareness to Polite scams, as time passed, more and more people continued to invest. The more money that began to roll in, the more glamorous his lifestyle became.
There's been certain sabotage going on as far as my business is concerned, as far as my personality and name goes. I managed to see it through. And in fact, branding-wise, I've done better than I've ever done within this last year.
Eventually, him and his family will leave Florida and move to California.
Oh, look at that. We in Cali for real. You see that car? Did y'all see that? Did y'all see that? Hydraulics. We in Cali. Let me get next to him and show love. I'm on live. I'm on Facebook Live. I'm trying to show them how Cali get down. Nice.
Not long after the move, he would be contacted by one of his followers who wanted his mentorship. His follower was a YouTuber by the name of Crypto Roots.
My father died from a heart attack, and I didn't know I was getting money. I got some life insurance money, and I was just gonna travel and do my thing, but I was following Brother Polight for years, and so as soon as I got paid, I hit him up for the mentorship. Immediately, I was sending him money, and because I had to send him money so often, we ended up kind of talking and being cool. And then he offered for me to come to LA to buy a condo and to rent that out. So I trusted him, and I went to LA.
When Crypto Roots arrived in LA, Brother Polight promised his followers that he, along with Crypto Roots, will be starting a crypto course that would guarantee everybody who enrolled will be making money within weeks by investing in cryptocurrency.
We're gonna go. Let's get into the crypto economics.
I can either turn it around and myself.
I got you. Let's get into this crypto. Let's get into this crypto economics. Let's get
Crypto Roots on YouTube, McNaughty Dread on Instagram. As far as like real value and scarcity, people are saying Bitcoin is one of the most scarce things next to time. And we can break down the numbers later, but there's 21 million Bitcoin that can ever be created, and they're already estimating 6 or 7 million will never have access to. So break down the math, maybe 15 or 16 million Bitcoin divided by 7.5 billion people. You're looking at possibly one of the most valuable assets we have seen in the last couple thousand years. So what's happening is a lot of these coins are fractions of a penny. And it's not gonna hurt to drop $10 on something like that. It's not gonna hurt to drop $100. Obviously, do your due diligence, do your research, and we can break that down in the course, how to analyze the market, how to analyze the fundamentals of the rarity of a coin, how often it's printed.
Let me tell you, to the naked eye, people see him, he just seems like he's just a quiet, Rastafarian looking dude who might be blowing on some real good sticky. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get to really talk to him about what he does, he is also a master farmer. He has knowledge in aquaponics, but in general, the basic convention of agriculture, he deals with that too. He's a real good brother, man. I'm so proud of him. I mentor him. I mentor this brother and never cease to amaze me. He's very good. So we're going to incorporate the cryptocurrency information. I already have for the mentorship. Trust me, we teach you if you were to do the mentorship for 1 week to a week and a half, there's no way you can say that you're not making any bread or making any monies off of this information.
Although Crypto Roots was 100% on board with starting the course, unknown to him, Brother Polight had no interest in starting the course at all. Instead, Crypto Roots himself was being targeted as the next scam victim.
I feel people are owed an explanation of why the crypto course isn't happening. And the real reason is because Polight owes me over 100 grand. The money I gave him was from my father's life insurance. He ended up using me, and him and his family were living off me. I was paying for everything. His cars were rented. I didn't even realize what was happening. And every time I got uncomfortable, and he would just either yell at me or like say, "Oh, I get it, I understand. You're gonna make a lot of money. You're gonna make a lot of money." And I'm thinking, damn, I didn't want to ruin this opportunity of, meeting my master teacher and, possibly making. So I gave up more and more bread that I wasn't comfortable giving up. And it got so bad, I ended up basically being homeless in LA. Like, this dude just did not looking out for me. I slept in his car so many nights. Like, I paid for his plane, I paid for everything. And to this day, I haven't even received 1% of it back. Everybody says this dude's a scammer. Everybody says this dude, and it's the truth. This dude fucking scammed me, dude. He fucking scammed me. Like, I'm so brokenhearted. And he wants me to continue to do business with him, and he won't even pay me any money. Like, none. I just want my money back. Him and his family lived off my father's life insurance money, and when I had no more left, he just like, whatever, like, he treated me like I was one of his wives or something. Like, I just had to listen and drive him around, drive his family around. I had to pay for everything. And he's like, oh, your investment, it's investing. Oh, you're investing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking, like, damn, like, and it got so bad, I just said, I can't do it anymore. I can't do it anymore, bro. I left LA and went to Mexico with whatever money I had left, because this dude was just planning to use me and dry, and he still hasn't paid me. He just treated me like I was just some bitch that he can just use for money. And and he did. He still out. He just doesn't. He's ignoring my calls. He won't. Nothing back. So I'm devastated. Like, I don't even want to go tell you what's going on in my head.
After months of trying to get a hold of Brother Polight to no avail, Crypto Roots couldn't take it anymore and went on a tirade which seemed completely out of character.
Yo, direct message to Polight. Yo, what up, bitch ass nigga? What's up, bitch little boy? Motherfucker. Finally, somebody with credibility, somebody with higher. You put me on your platform, bitch. You decided to scam me. You manifested me, motherfucker. I manifested you, and you manifested me. You built me. Bro, you're going down. It's wartime. It's war. It's war. It's war. It's your family versus mine, Polight. Straight up. Your family versus mine. You think you could disgrace me? Think you could take me down? Just dismiss me like that? Bro, that's the biggest mistake of your life, of your career. And you need to be taken down. I'm not gonna let you take my father's life insurance, disrespect me, and dismiss me. I'm scamming people, and you scammed up many other people, and I'm stopping that shit, bro. I'm going to war, Polight. And also want to give a shout out to my lady, man. I just want to say, I already tell her every day. I just want to tell her publicly, give her a shout out. I love you. I appreciate it. I wouldn't have made it without you. You know what I'm saying? So we got these dogs. I wouldn't have made it out with made it this far without you, baby girl. So shout out to all the good, beautiful women who are supporting and taking care of their man through tough times.
Sadly, Crypto Roots would never see a dime of his money back. In 2021, just 2 weeks after the birth of his first child, he would pass away during the COVID-19 pandemic due to complications from asthma.
My husband had asthma, and this early morning, like at 6 a.m. in Mexico, he started having an asthmatic attack, and the ambulance never came, and I had to take him to the hospital, and he didn't make it. And I wanted to share this with you because you would tell me not to cry and to toughen up. I wanted to share this with you because you care for him, and you message him, and you come to him constantly due to mentorships and just sharing love, because he shared a lot of love and a lot of knowledge. He was all into the revolution and all into education and all into peace and good things. He was a really good man and a great father.
Oh, I know what I must do now. I know what I must do now. In order to become successful, you gotta have no ceiling. Sky ain't the limit. Space is.